Hi everyone. So it's officially been over 2 weeks since I posted my last video. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch that. It's a pretty sad video where I just talk about, my experience being unmatched. This is the face of a girl who did not match. Obviously, I'm doing a lot better than I was when I filmed that video, but it's definitely been a very emotional couple weeks. So I just thought I'd come on here and give a quick update. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So I actually just had my last day of med school today, which is just insane. Like, I remember the first day of med school like it was yesterday. Obviously, when I first started, I didn't picture this for myself. I think everyone who starts med school has the picture that they'll have a very straightforward path from med school into residency, and that's not always the case. I sort of had an untraditional path coming into med school, and so it's only fitting that I have an untraditional one coming out of med school. These last 2 weeks, I've really just been trying to continue to see the bright side of this whole situation. I think even in my last video, which was filmed the day I found out that I didn't match, I was already able to see sort of like the silver lining in all of this. And now that I have a research position secured and I have, spent these last couple weeks talking to people, getting more feedback about my application and everything, I'm definitely more excited for this next year. And overall, I'm feeling just really good. So I sort of just wanted to give an update on everything that's happened since I filmed that first video. So after I got that email, I cried a lot, sort of let myself have a couple hours of throwing a pity party. And then I really just got right on to, emailing people, reaching out, scheduling calls and meetings. So I mentioned this in my previous video, but I was sort of prepared for not matching. I didn't get a lot of interviews. And so at that time, I reached out to my mentor and was just basically like, hey, I didn't get a ton of interviews. It's looking like I might not match. And so we had a meeting together where we sort of went through all of my options and decided together that the best option for me was to do a research year. This obviously wasn't a decision that I came to easily or quickly. The decision to take a research year was based on my personal application and my personal situation. What you decide to do after you don't match, it's completely up to the person, what they're applying into, their application, their strengths, their weaknesses, because you have a lot of options. You can do a research year like I'm doing. You can SOAP into an open position, or you can SOAP into a prelim year. And for me, the wisest decision was to do a research year just based on my own application. I think one of the biggest things for me applying into plastic surgery is that I don't have a home program. My school doesn't have an associated plastic surgery program. And so I sort of lack that community of people behind me, as well as I didn't get a lot of exposure to research, to clinical plastic surgery research. And so doing a research year, going to an institution with a plastic surgery program and getting that research experience is going to be the best option for me personally. Again, it's on a per person basis. It's on an individual basis what you decide to do when you don't match. Then once I got that email on Monday, I texted my mentor who I had met with previously and was like, hey, it happened. I didn't match. I'm gonna work on getting a research position and blah, blah, blah. So she did connect me with a couple people, and then I went on a bunch of websites and I just like found as many open positions as possible and applied to them all. I also reached out to places who said that they had their research fellows already like secured and their applications were closed. I still reached out. Worst thing they can say is no, sorry, it's filled. And a lot of people did get back to me saying like, oh, actually, yeah, we just had a spot open up. So it's definitely a possibility. So if you're thinking about it, just send the email. Throughout the week, I also emailed all of the program directors of the programs that I did away rotations at or I had interviews at, and just basically said like, hey, I didn't match, but I'm going to reapply and I would love the chance to sit down and review my application with you so I can know what to improve on and blah, blah, blah. And so I have those meetings set up and I'm super excited about those. I think those will be really beneficial as I move forward and get my application ready to reapply. But yeah, basically I sat at my computer all week, just sending a bunch of emails, calling people, DMing people, just everything I could do to sort of get as much feedback as possible and secure a research position. That was, my goal. And luckily, all my hard work throughout the week really paid off, and I got an incredible research position, and I'm so excited about it. But it is across the country, and it's unfunded. So I'm basically going to be working for free. I have to figure out where to live, how to pay rent, how to not starve. Luckily, my school is extending my student status, so I don't have to start paying back my loans right away. But still, I'm not going to be getting any loans, and I don't have any sort of funding. So it's going to be a struggle. But like I said in my last video, I started an Etsy, and hopefully I'll have some time to give that the attention it deserves, put more stuff up. I got a lot of new followers and subscribers from that last video. So if any of you guys want to see something in my Etsy, just leave it in the comments and I'll try and make it and put it up there. I have study schedules, a med school survival guide, and I also have all of my art up there, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would check it out, maybe buy something. I really need the money for this coming year because it's gonna be hard, gonna be tough. So that's definitely scary, but overall I'm really happy everything worked out. It's been such a roller coaster these past 2 weeks. I'll have really good days and then I'll have really bad days. I started grinding like right away, and I did not get up from my computer for like 5 days until I was pretty sure that I had done everything that I could do. And I feel like because I was just so concentrated during that week, I didn't really give myself the time to process my emotions. And then, once I got that position, I felt like, oh my God, I can breathe. I can chill for a second and sort of reflect on this time. It's obviously such a sad, devastating thing that happened. And even though I can appreciate that this year is going to be so fun and it's going to be an adventure and it's going to move me forward and everything, it still feels like a huge loss that I didn't match in the first place. I went to match day on that Friday to see my friends match at programs that they're so excited about. And it was a really fun day, but it was a little bit bittersweet for sure. I obviously wish that I was also opening my envelope that day. Looking back, I definitely have a lot of regrets. I definitely didn't have a really good backup plan. I absolutely should have applied Gen Surge too. When you're on your ways and things get so stressful, and I just was having lots of second thoughts about my application for Gen Surge because, you know, my whole application was like plastics. So I basically got cold feet and just ended up not applying Gen Surge, which I definitely regret. Going forward, I'm definitely going to have a more realistic outlook, and also I'm going to have a really sturdy backup plan. I'm not left in a similar situation if I don't match into plastics again. I've learned a ton just in these past couple weeks, and I want to say thank you so much to everyone who has really been there for me, been a source of motivation and encouragement. It really means so much to hear from all of you guys and to know that I have a lot of people on my side rooting for me. So thank you for that. It's gonna be a tough year, and I'm overall just really excited for this year. I'm feeling really positive. I'm just driving home right now, and I just wanted to show this reality. I was doing so well this morning. I filmed that video, and you know, I was feeling really good, and then all of a sudden on my drive home I just started like crying because I'm just like, I'm so scared. I'm scared to reapply, and I'm also scared to like move across the country. I'm scared about what I'm gonna do for money. I think overall, like, I've really accepted this, and I've had like a pretty good outlook on it. There's still this little voice in my head that's just saying like, just give up. And I'm gonna be fine. I know I'm gonna be fine. I just wanted to show that, like, this is the reality. It's okay to not feel sure all the time. It's okay to not feel positive all the time. You just have to keep going, despite feeling scared and feeling like crap. So, yeah. Love you guys. Everyone's always so quick to take really positive things as signs that they're doing the right thing, or, you know, that they're on the right path. And that is amazing and valid, but I think that there's also a truth in that struggles and bumps in the road, and those can also be signs that you're doing the right thing and that you're making the right decisions. Because without going through some sort of struggle, you're not going to be your best self. The universe isn't going to throw something at you that you can't handle and that you can't get through. And so that's how I'm viewing this. The universe wouldn't have handed it to me if I wasn't supposed to get through it and get stronger from it. So just food for thought. Thank you so much for watching my video, and thank you again for all the love on my previous video. It really means so much to me to know that I have so many people rooting for me. Be sure to subscribe to my channel to follow my journey. I'm definitely going to be posting more updates as I, move into this next chapter of my life. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment. Leave suggestions for my Etsy shop if you want. Thank you again. I love you all.